So what we have learned yesterday?
Extraction, filter and router.
Yes, filter and router, right? So yesterday what we are doing, for example, here we are reading the data from employee file.
Yes.
Then we want to create separate file for each department with the list of employees working in that particular department, right?
Yes.
Now, if you go to your employee file, okay, how many departments you have?
Okay. We have, multiple numbers, sir.
We have many departments are there, right?
Yes.
Departments. Yeah.
Yes. So if you go here, department name. So how many departments we are getting? Distinct department name. We are getting around 16. Here what we did, we have just selected 4, and for them we are creating a file. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what if we want to create separate file for each department? And again, here how many number of departments are there? Those many number of files to be generated here.
Yeah.
Can
we use router here?
Yeah.
We
can use router.
Can we use router here?
Now you are using for these 4 router, right? So for remaining, for remaining 12 also you want to use router?
Yeah.
How you want to use the router here?
We can connect them. Groups. We go to groups and give the names of the groups.
Where we need to give the names of the groups?
We can go to new, the scissor. Yeah.
So you have to create this. Okay. Have to create this. One more group will come like this. You have to create around 6 groups for each and every department, and then you have to, and also what you have to do, you have to create those many number of targets as well. Right?
Yeah.
Add those many number of targets as well. So with this, what is happening? You end up creating around 16 targets.
Can we use target for the? Can we use router for target also?
No, target is different. This is different transformation. This is different transformation, right? So we can't use that. Target is nothing but a target. Okay. So target is like you are loading the data into some file or some database, something like that. Router is like you are doing some transformations on top of the data. Okay. This is kind of transformation, and this is kind of your target and source. Okay. For anything, you will just pull it from somewhere and fetch it from somewhere, and you will put it somewhere. So these two are mandatory. You can't replace this. Okay.
Yeah.
So in between the transformations, if you can do in some other way, we have to see. Now, here you have around 16 departments. Now, for example, tomorrow in your employee file, you are getting some other department. Then again, you have to come here and then do the update, right?
Yeah.
Just have the group for that particular department, right? Because you know only 16, you added 16. Tomorrow some new department came. Again, you have to come here, open the mapping, and then add one more group into the route. And then you have to add one more target, and then you have to link. All of that process needs to happen, right?
Yeah.
So we have some other simple way as well to do this, okay? And also, in case of any future additions of the departments also, it will handle. So how to do? So here, what part will be common? You are reading from the employee file. This part will be common. Okay. And you have to see if we can reduce anything here. First of all, here we have to reduce, and then we have to see if there is a way to reduce number of targets here. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, what problem we are getting right now? In case of any future additions, we are not able to handle, and also the number of target transformations or targets are getting increased for you with the number of departments. Okay. So now let's do. Now let's create new map. Okay. And then here from where we are reading file employee. Okay. Now let's think like instead of reading from file, let's read it from database, because we already have the data inside the database, right?
Yeah.
So if you see here, we have that data already be loaded into the database. So every time we are reading from the file only, let's read it from the database. Okay.
Yeah.
Now DB employee, okay, and then where we are loading file is the target, okay, target file department, and then we have one transformation here, transaction control transformation is there, okay. So that's the reason I'm giving TCT, transaction control transformation. You call this as a transaction control transformation. So by using this, you can commit the data in between. Okay. So how to do that? Let's learn about that one today. Okay. We have, okay, for transaction control transformation, we will have around 4 commands will be available. Okay. And let's learn how to use those commands. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, you will get to learn what is the meaning of each and every transaction control transformation. Okay.
Yeah.
So there is earlier you have learned about some of the transaction control like commit and rollback, right? So what is the difference between commit and rollback?
When we have a successful transaction, we commit the operation. When there is something doesn't happen, we get into source again.
Okay. So did we do any, did we write any commands earlier on the transaction control, like on top of commit and rollback? Did you do anything earlier?
No.
In SQL we did. In Informatica we did not use them, right?
Yeah.
So here in Informatica you have 5 transaction control commands are there. Okay. The first one is TC underscore continue transaction. Okay. The second one is TC underscore commit before. And the same thing you will have commit after. Okay. And you will have 2 for rollback. Rollback before,
after.
Rollback after. So either you will continue with the transaction, or you will commit it, or you will roll back it. Only 3 things will be there. For those 3 things, for continuing only 1 will be there. And for committing, before you are committing or after you are committing. And for rollback, before you are committing or after you are rollbacking the transaction. Okay. Continue means what it will do, it will continue the transaction in the flow. Okay. It won't do anything. It won't commit or it won't roll back. Okay. Continue the transaction with the current row. Whatever the row it is processing, it will continue with the transaction. So commit before means it will commit the data, whatever it processed till now, before the current row. For example, one record came for you. Okay. Here in your, for example, if you go to the other mapping, one record is there. One record is coming here. For example, you have some transaction control transformation. So before processing that record itself, it will commit. Okay. After means now record came. Once it is processing that record, then it will commit. Okay.
Yeah.
Here only difference is it will commit everything, but after the current row. Only that is the difference. Okay. And here we will have the same thing for rollback as well. What is the difference here? It will roll back here instead of committing it. Okay.
Yeah.
And here also it will commit, it will roll back after the current row. That means whatever the current row is getting processed, that will also roll back. Okay. Now these are the 5 different commands that we will use in transaction control transformation. Okay. Now let's go to our new mapping. So here that's the reason you see TCT I'm giving. Okay. That means in this mapping, I'm using transaction control transformation. So what we need now in the mapping first?
Source.
You need source. So do we have source here?
Yeah, CSV.
But what is the source for us here?
Database.
Did you import anything from from any database like table source? Do we have here? We have a CSV, we have a flat file, but we don't have any table as a source here, right?
Yeah.
As of now, we did not imported it. So let's do something. Let's go to source designer. Okay. Let's go to source designer and then let's import from the database. Earlier we are importing from the file, right? Now let's try to import the structure because you need the structure, right? Because you have the structures for only files here. That means you will be able to read the data from files only. Now let's do what we do. Go to source analyzer and then import the structure from the database. So to which database you want to connect?
OT.
So here I have dev8, but where I'm doing this, for example, if you go here, I have source dev2. So I should connect to source dev2, right?
Yeah.
So what I have to do, I have to add. Okay. Okay. I'm adding it here. Okay. And then data direct, what you have to choose 7.1 Oracle wire protocol because you are connecting to Oracle. Okay. Here, what you can give data source name. Data source name is
domain.
Your database. To which database you are connecting, you can give that particular database name so that you can easily understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Easily understand. This is pointed to this particular database. Here, if you see, that is how we have created. You are connecting to OT source dev8, right? Here we are connecting to dev2. Okay. What is your host? If you go here, you can see in the properties of your database. Okay. The properties here, you can check what is the host. Host name is
localhost.
Localhost. So here, now to give localhost. The port number 1521.
SC, XC.
XG. Okay. Now text connect. Username and password you need to give. So what is the username here for us?
Administrator.
User one. Yeah. Username is this, right? Because you are connecting to that database and your password is admin. Okay. Yeah. Connection established, correct? Now we are able to connect to our Oracle database. I'm clicking on apply. And then, okay. Okay, now dev2 came. Yeah. You want me to repeat it again, how to create this connection here? You have to, first what you have to do, if you want to import the data, if you want to read the data from a table, first you have to import the structure of the table because now we have the structure of the files only. Okay. For importing the structure of the source, first you are there in the mapping, you have to go to source analyzer. Once you go to source analyzer, sources option will be enabled. Click on sources. Here we have an option to import it from the database. Click on it. Here you can see what are the different database connections you already created. Earlier we have dev8, now we don't have dev2. So we have to create for dev2. So for that, what you have to do, how to go here, click on these three dots. Okay. Click on these three dots. And then see here, click on add. Already we have connections for dev8. Now we are adding connection for dev2. So here click on add. If you want to connect to Oracle, you have to go to data direct 7.1 Oracle wire protocol. You have to choose this ODBC connection. Now click on finish. It will ask you to give the names. This is your user defined name. You can give any name. Here, what I'm doing, I'm giving the database name only here, username only, so that I will be able to easily understand I'm connected to this particular database, correct? What is there? They have given. Here, what is the host? I'm giving local host because if you see the properties of your Oracle, it is having the host name as local host. Okay. And then You can see port number 1521. And then you have SIDR service name here, you have XE. Okay. Whatever you have to go to your properties of your user and see here, as per that, give the data here, and then give test connect. Okay. And then we'll ask for the username and password and then apply. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear? For example, if you are testing connection, it is asking for username and password. Okay. What is the username here? OT source dev2. Okay. Password is admin. I'm pressing OK. Test connection is successful, right? That means you are able to connect to the database. Now you can apply. That means it will create that connection. Okay. As we have already created it, I'm not clicking on apply. Already dev2 is there for us. Okay. Now what we are doing, again, let's go from the start. We want to import from the database. I'm going to import database. I'll choose the database from which I want to read the data. Okay. OT source dev2. Okay. What is the username here?
OT underscore.
OT underscore source underscore dev2. How can you know the username of your database? You can go here, click on properties of dev2. You can see here username. Okay. And come here. What is the password? Admin. Now click on connect. Okay. Now you can see all the users, right? All the users are there. Here you have to choose your OT source dev2. Here it is available, right?
Yeah.
Now expand it. You can see the tables. Go to table. Which one you want? You want to read the data from employees 24, right? So here now employees 24 is there. How many records are there in this? How 296 records are there, and you have all the data, whatever is there in your file, correct? You got it? We want to read the data from employees 24. So I'll select this, okay? And then I'll click on OK. Then it will import the structure here. See here. Is it importing the structure here? Imported the structure. And what is the type of the source? Oracle. Here, if you see, what is the type of this source?
Flat file.
Flat file. So now you have created a source to read the data from a table. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what you have to do, go to mapping. Now you have to drag and drop that particular table structure. Here, one more folder is created. You have employees 24. Just drag it here. Now you got it?
Yeah.
What did you learn now? How to import the source from a database. That's what you have seen. And because why we are doing that? Now we are reading the data from a table instead of a file. That's the reason I've created a structure of the table, and I have imported it from Oracle database because my table is there in Oracle. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now what we have to do, we want to do it from transaction control transformation. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you can do, click on this, just click it here. So transaction control transformation will come. So let's just put it aside. Before that, we have to do some more things. Okay. What we have to do. So what is the purpose of transaction control transformation? So it will commit the data after reading few records, or it can roll back the data after reading few records, or it can continue the transaction. Okay.
Yeah.
So for that, here, what is our requirement? We want to create separate files with the employees who are working in, okay, separate employees for each department, okay, separate employees for each department with the list of, with the details of employees working in the department, right? This is our requirement, correct?
Yeah.
Are you clear with this requirement?
Yeah.
So for example, if you have 16 departments, so it should create 16 files, correct?
Yeah.
Now, for this first, what we are doing, we have to read the data from the file or table, okay, where the data is available, okay. Which table, employee table is there, from that we are reading it. Now, here we want to use transaction control transformation, correct? So what it will do, it will commit the data or roll back the data after reading certain amount of data. For example, I have 100 records, okay. So I want to commit after each and every 10 records. After reading 10 records, I want to commit. After reading 10 records, I want to commit. Like this, how many files will be created if I have 100 records?
10.
10 files, because each and every file will have 10, 10, 10. Okay. But here what I want, I want to create based on department, right? I want to create based on department, correct? So now my data, now I'm reading the data from my source. My source is a table. So if you see here, now I have, okay, production department is coming first, and then marketing is coming. And after that, again, production is coming. So once I read the data for production, okay, if any department is changed, I will commit this data because production department data is completed. Correct? I will think I'll commit it. Now market is coming. Now I'll commit it. For engineering is coming. I will commit it. For tool design, all of these will be committed. Okay. Again, marketing is coming. Here marketing is repeated, right? So all of these should be in a single place. Okay. All of these should be in a single place. What I'm trying to say is, first you have to read the data department wise. Okay. Then first you have to read the department data and then commit it and then go to the next department. Like that we have to do. Okay. Clear? Or any doubts?
No, very good.
Samatha, are you clear?
Yeah.
First, we have to read the first department data, and then only we have to go to the next department data. We should not be having the data like, okay, production is here. Again, I will get the data after the 10th record or 12th record. Again, I will get it somewhere around the 15th record. It should not be like that. First, your first one department data you should read, and then the next department data you should read. Okay. How you can do that? How to make sure that first you are getting the data for production here, then only for marketing, something like that. How you can do that?
Sequence.
How you can do? You have to use order by, right?
Yeah.
You can sort the data by using order by, right? Department name. You can sort the data by using order order by, right?
Yes.
So now if you see, if you go to department, okay, first I got the document control data. Is there any chance like I will get the document control data again after this line? For
No.
example, you have 5 records. From 6th record to 296th record, will you find any data with document control?
No.
No, because we ordered it. So like this, we need to read data. Once you will complete the reading of data for this department, you will commit it. Again, you will go to another department. Once you read it completely, you will commit it. So here first file is generated. Here second file is generated. Now, as soon as the department is changed, you will commit it, right? So how you will know whether the department is changed or not? You have to store what department you read in the earlier record, right? Because if you have to know what is, if the department is changed for the current row and previous row, you should store the department name value of the previous record. Then only you can compare it with the current record, correct? Got it? Any doubts? So here I should know the department is changed from here to the previous record and the current record. So I have to store the previous record department name. Then only I will come to know if there is any change in the current department, like to the previous department, current, like previous record department's name and current records department name. Okay. Then if there is a change, what I will do? I will commit it. So this is my current record. Okay. This is my current record, for example, 12th record. So is there any change to the department of the previous record and the current record?
Yeah.
Because in the previous record, I read it as engineering. Now in the current record, I'm reading it as executive, right?
Yeah.
So now there is a change. Which command I need to use here out of these?
After.
Commit before, because your current record is this, right? 12th record. So if you use commit after reading this record, it will commit it. So what will happen in engineering file? You will get this executive record as well.
Okay.
So as soon as you find the change in the department, you should commit it whatever you read till that time. Don't process the current record. Before processing it, commit whatever you read. That's what you have to try. If you use commit after, what will happen? It will commit it after processing the current row. You got it? Why? What is the difference between before and after here?
Yeah.
So if you are committing it after, you will even commit this executive record. Okay?
Yeah.
So now what we have to do, we have to order the data, right? If you go to your mapping, you have read the data, but you did not order it. How you can order the data? Is there any transformation to order the data?
Filter.
We have sorter transformation. Sorter. Filter is to filter the data.
Okay.
To apply some conditions, kind of where clause. Okay. Sorting is by using this transformation, you can do it, sorter transformation. Okay.
Yeah.
So here, pull all the data here, and then, okay, double click on it, sorter transformation. Let's rename it SRT by using which column we are sorting it? Department name. Sort department name. Okay, I'm giving this. Now go to ports, you will see all the ports. Okay. And then go to properties. Okay. Here, what it is showing here key. Okay. By using which one we have to do the sorting? Department name. And you want ascending or descending?
Ascending order.
Ascending order is fine or descending? Anything is fine. Okay. You will have both options.
Yes.
You can go ahead with either ascending or descending. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to select any other column for the sorting?
No.
No, because we want to sort the data by using department only. Okay.
Can't we directly use sorting transformation rather than the transaction control?
No, again, that will come here. For using transaction control transformation, what we should know? We should know first, there is a change in the department to the previous record and current record. What transaction control will do? It can do only this operation, right? Either it will commit it, either it will roll back it, or it will continue with the processing of the current. But how it will know, like, there is a change in the previous record and current record. That logic we need to write, right? It won't identify automatically, okay, this is my previous department, this is my current department, commit it or roll back it. So all of that logic we need to write. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is just providing a way for us to do this processing. So before that, first we should have a way to identify, okay? We should have a way to identify whether there is a change or not. If we have to do that, we have to sort the data by using department. If we don't sort it, what will happen? Department control will come here and then somewhere it will come here. Is there any way for us to identify, okay, document control data, okay, will you be able to tell for sure, like, okay, I have read completely for the document control employees data? No, right? No. Without sorting, you will not be able to know. Now, which
that's what I'm asking. Can't we use directly sorting for without transaction? We are using like double.
So now here you are clear, right? We are sorting it.
Yes.
Till here you are clear, right? So here, what is the purpose of this transformation? To sort.
Because we want the multiple data.
It is to sort the data, right? It is
Yeah,
to
sort the
order the data, right? Order the data in some or other way, or ascending or descending order. It's
yeah.
the
So
purpose
we
of
can
this.
sort the data for the department, so it will sort in the ascending order directly instead of the transaction
That's where you are getting confused. That's what I'm saying. So the purpose of this transformation is to sort the data. The purpose of this transformation is to commit or roll back the data. It will just sort it. It won't commit the data. You're just sorting the data. Like this, it will come. So now if you give target, okay, if you go to Oracle, okay, now you got this data. Now if you add some target here, okay, let's go to designer. Now let me add target here. Where you want to add the target? Let's take something, okay. Employees is there. Okay, now I'm giving it here. For example, I will connect all of these here. So what will happen? What will happen with this?
It will give them all them in a one single file.
All of the records will be loaded into single file, right?
Yeah.
All of the records will be loaded into single file. But do we want that? Is the required, because
separate files.
the requirement is that?
No.
Our requirement is not that, right?
We
if our
want each
requirement is
separate.
that, then we can do that. But our requirement is not that, right?
Yeah.
Now you got the different. The purpose of it is to just sort the data. Now,
Okay.
even we don't know, okay, now what Informatica will do, it will read the data row by row, okay? Now, here, if you come here, I have read the data, for example, you have read the first record, okay? For example, I am giving it to transaction control transformation. Or what I will give, I'll just give the condition, continue with the transaction. So what it will do, it will read the first record, continue, second record, continue, third record, continue, fourth record, continue, fifth record, continue, okay? And then sixth record also it will continue. Okay, but here we need to tell there is a difference in the department. That also transaction control transformation won't be able to identify. We have to tell to the system, okay, there is a change. Now do this process, either commit or roll back or continue. That's what we have to tell. Now, with this logic, will you be able to tell whether there is a change in the previous department and current department? No, you can't tell because you're just sorting the data here, right? Are you storing somewhere like, okay, this is my previous department, karke, any port do you have?
No.
No. Then if you don't have that data, will you be able to identify it?
No.
No, right? So now forget about this transaction. It will come in some part of the mapping, okay? When it will come into the picture, when we have to commit the data, roll back the data, when we know like this is my previous department, this is my current department. At that time, we will tell for sure, okay, you have to commit or continue or roll back, correct?
Yeah.
So now, till you are clear, right? We have sorted the data. Why we have sorted the data? Because to bring all the data together for each department, we have sorted the data. Okay. Now, if you have to create one more column to store the previous department, which transformation you need to use?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
What transformation we need to use?
The storage.
For storing previous department. Okay, now I have here you have department name. What is this department? This is the current row's department name, right?
Yes.
Whatever the record you are processing, it will refer to that department name. But I want to have the previous record department name as well. That means I need to add one more port. Okay, one more port with to store the previous department. Which transformation I need to use? In which transformation I can add extra logic? In which transformation I can add more ports?
Wait.
You have to use the expression transformation. Now you have learned it, right? You have created some full name column based on first name, last name, middle name. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Full name is a new column, right? You have added some new column, new logic, right?
Yes. Instead of first name, last name, middle name, we did it for full name.
Yes. From those three, we have calculated full name. We have created an extra port over there, right? Here also, we have to create an extra port. What it has to do? It has to store the value of previous department. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's drag everything here. After sorting, I have got all the data. Okay. Now here, what we are doing here, expression underscore previous department. Okay. Now click on apply. Okay. Then okay. Okay. If you go here, go to ports. Now we have added an extra port here. Where we have added here, we have, let's not add it here, let's add it at the end. Okay, let me open it again. Let me expand it so that you can see all the ports. Okay, you will be getting confused. Okay, you have to go through it 2 to 3 times, then you will get an understanding. Okay, because you are doing it for the first time, right? So here I'm at the last port, right? So now if you click on new, it will add the extra column here. So what it can be, is it an input for us?
Yeah.
It is not an input, right? We are calculating it. So it is not coming from the input sorter transformation. Is it coming from sorter transformation?
No.
If it is coming from transfer transformation, it is an input for us, but it is not coming. Is it an output? If you are giving it to the next transformation, it will be output. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's remove this one as well. But when you can remove this, if you are one more option we have here, variable. Variable, when you are creating it as a variable, you know the concept of variable, right? So you can calculate something in the variable and then you can assign it to some other thing, right?
Yeah.
So here you have department name. Now what you have to do, you have to have variable is underscore v underscore. Variable will be referenced by v underscore. What you want here? Previous department name. All right. Previous department name. Previous department name means what you have to do, you can write the expression here, right? Expression, you can write it here. Okay. And one thing I want to tell you before going over there, if you are creating any variables, whatever, so this variable will be evaluated once it comes to this place only. Okay. Once it reaches 13th place, then only it will evaluate the department name. Okay. Before that, it won't process this data. Okay. So here you are reading all this data. All of these values will have the current records data because it is coming from input, right? It is coming from input.
Yeah.
So it will have all the current records data. Once it reaches 13th record, then only it will evaluate it. So when it is there at the 7th place, the department name will be, it will be of previous records only. Whatever value we have calculated in the previous record, it will store that value only. Okay. It will be the variables evaluation will happen in sequence where it is present. If you are keeping it at the starting, okay, it will be evaluated first based on the current record. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, if you are adding it in the last, so it will be evaluated once everything is read. Okay. Once we want, first we want to read all the data, then only we want to calculate this one. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Now
We
here,
need to change the string type also. Okay.
yeah. Here, what? Yeah. Okay. This is string. Okay. Your department name is string only, and your length should be something around what we will give here for department name. What we have 26 here. You can give 26 or 30. Anything is fine. Okay. You can go with 26. That is fine. Okay. And as it is n string, you can give n string only. Do you have n string here? Yes. Okay. Now, what you want to store here? Department name, right? Whatever the department is coming, you want to store that. So let me store the department name here. Okay. And validate it. Is it validated successfully?
Yeah.
Yes. Now press OK. What I told you, this will be evaluated at the end. Okay. You have first record is coming at that time, your v underscore department name will be, as you don't have any previous record, it will be null. Once you come here, it will assign the department of current record here. Then it will be changed to the current department name. Okay. Till that time, it will have only previous department name. Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now, let's add one more. Okay. I have selected salary. We have to identify if there is a change in the previous department and current department. Correct?
Yeah.
So further, let's add one more port here. What should be this? It should be again, okay? It should be again variable, okay? What is the variable name? V underscore, okay? What should be the name of this?
Sal underscore.
No, department change, right? Department change.
Yeah.
Whether department is changed or not. That's what we are telling here, okay? Department changed or not, department change flag. That's what we want to identify, right? If the department is changed or not. If it is changed, then we can commit it. If it is not changed, we have to continue with it. Okay. For example, you are coming here, you read the first record. Okay. You will continue with the transaction because previous department is not there. Now you will read the second record. Okay. Now first record went to target. You are reading second record. Is there any change in the first record and second record in terms of department?
No.
There is no change. So we have to continue with it. Third record also there is no change. We have to continue. Fourth continue. Fifth continue. Sixth, there is a change. Now what you have to do? You have to commit it. So that means you should tell there is a change in the department. That's what we are calculating here. Okay. V department change flag. So how we can calculate here? What we are checking here? Department name. Okay. You have to see a department name you want, and also you want previous department name. Both you want. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you have to compare current records department name. Okay. Here, current records department name with previous records department name. Okay.
Yeah.
So here, what you have to do, you have to, now you got two columns. Okay. You have if logic will be there. If logic will be condition first. Okay. What should be the condition? If department name equal to V underscore previous underscore department name. That means previous department equal to current department. Then 0, else 1. 1 means there is a change in the department. 0 means there is no change in the department. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear? Or no, you can give N. Okay. And yes. There is no change in the department. Equal to means there is no change. Okay. You know if else condition, right? If condition is true, then what to do? If condition is false, then what to do? What we are saying here, department is equal to both of the department, like previous department, current department, both are equal. Then there is no change in the department name. Yes means there is a change, right? If this condition is true, then we are saying like there is no change in the department name. If this condition is false, then there is a change in the department name. Clear? Clear here?
Validate.
Now validate.
If
yes. Now here, why I have added this before V underscore previous department name? Because previous underscore department name will be calculated after all these are evaluated till 13th. Once this evaluation is completed, then only it will come here. That means till that time it will hold the value of the previous record only, right? Now you have current record. So you are here 13th record. You did not evaluated 14th record. That means you did not come till 14th. That means what it will do? It will hold the value of the previous record. So that's the reason this department name is equal to previous department name. You got it? How we are making this as a previous department name? Why I have added this at the end of the quotes? If you add it before, what will happen? This V underscore previous department will be evaluated. So department name will be changed to current department name. So if I move it down, this flag one, So what will happen? Every time we'll compare with the same department, right? Current department equal to previous department. Both will be same because here you already evaluated it. So for earlier record, whatever is there, it is changed to current department now, correct? Because it is evaluated first and then we are coming into this change. We should not do that. This is very important. Okay. You should have department change flag before and then you should have department assignment. Okay. Clear? Now here we have done, and let's add one more port for the file name. Okay. What should be the file name? Because we are creating those many number of file names, right? So let's do this. Let's give this file name. Okay. File name. What we are giving, let's give this something around 26. Okay. So what should be the file name? Whatever the department name is there, let's have that as the file name. It will create the file name with the same name. For example, human resources is there, it will create with human resources.csv. Your file name will be your department name. For example, here, if you come here, your department name is document control.csv. Now you change to engineering. So it should be engineering.csv. Okay. Sorry guys, my internet was gone. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are clear till addition of the file name?
Yeah.
You are clear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now what you have to do, you are creating this flag, right? So it is a variable. Are you sending it as an output here?
No.
You are not keeping it as an output. But what we want this flag to be available here in transaction control transformation. Then only we can tell whether you have to continue or commit it, correct?
Yeah.
So here, once you make it as a variable, all these two will be disabled. You can't make it as an input or output. So further, what you have to do is you have to add new port. Okay, new port. What is this? File change flag or department change flag. Okay. And for this, is it coming from an input?
No.
No. And we have to make it value should be there here. Which one we need to select here? Variables you have. Okay. Ports you have here. Okay. You have variable here. V underscore department change flag you want or previous department name you want?
Previous department.
Hey, sorry guys, my internet is getting disconnected. Okay. So, where are we? Are you clear with this? You are clear with the file name, right?
Yeah.
So a department change, okay, department change flag also we have created. So department change flag, we have to create it as an output port. So where we have that logic implemented in this flag, right? In this variable. So you have to assign that here. So what will happen? Whatever you have calculated in this department change flag will be assigned to department change flag output port. Okay, clear? Everybody is clear?
Say it again? Can you say it again from the file name?
Okay. So for file name, okay, now where are we? You are clear with department change flag and department name, right? Previous department and department change flag, what we are doing. If your current department name and previous department name both are same, then we are making it as N. That means there is no change in the department name. If both are not equal, then else, right? This condition won't satisfy if both are not equal, right?
Yeah.
So what will happen if this condition is satisfied? Then it will go to true condition. Then it will go to false. Okay. So if this condition is true, can we say like there is a change in the department or not? If this condition is true, what do you say? Is there a change in the department or no change in the department?
Change in the department.
No, if both are same, previous and current, both are same here. If you come here, previous and current both are same, then there is no change in the department name, right?
Yeah.
Previous record document control, current department name is document control. If both are same, then there is no change in the department name. That means this condition is true, then we are saying like no change. All right.
Yeah.
If this condition is false, then there is a change.
Yes.
That's what. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Now here we are going to file name. What should be the file name? Because we are generating files, right? Based on departments.
Yeah.
So let's give department name only. And what should be the extension? It should be CS.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what we have, department change flag we need in transaction control transformation, because here this variable we can't send it as an output port, because as it is a variable, input and output both will be disabled. Whatever calculation we are doing in this variable port, we can create one more port and we can assign it over there. Okay, we are creating one output port, department change flag. There we are assigning whatever the logic we have applied, like in this variable, it will be stored. I'm just giving the value of that particular variable here inside the expression. Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now let's apply, click on OK. Okay. Now what we need to do, let's drag and drop everything into transaction control transformation, because now we know the way to identify which is previous record, which is current record. Okay.
Yeah.
Now come here, just minimize it so that it will be clear for you, and minimize this one. Okay. Let's drag it here. So it will be very clear for you. Now double click on it, rename it. Okay. Transaction control transformation, department change. Okay. You're doing department change. You are trying to identify department change and then commit it. Okay. We have all this data. What we have to do? Go to properties. What is the default behavior here? Transaction continue transaction. That means it will continue with the transaction only. It won't commit or it won't roll back. Okay. But what we want now again, department name is changed. If department is changed, commit. Else, okay. Then commit. Else, what you have to do? Continue. Else continue. Okay. If department name is changed, for example, what you are doing here, your department is there. If department name is changed to engineering from document control, you have to commit whatever the data you read till now. If there is a change, commit it. If there is no change, for example, now you came to 6th record. Now you go to 7th record. Will you commit it here or you will continue?
Continue.
You will continue because it is the same department. You want to commit once you read the data for this entire department. Okay. You got it?
Yeah.
Meaning of this condition here. What condition I will write? I'll see if there is a change in the department. Then either commit or continue. So further, what you can use if condition is there. Here you can write the condition. If that is true, do something. If that is false, do something. That we can do. So by using which code we can identify if there is a change in the department or not.
Department change flag.
Department change flag. If it is equal to, you want me to write yes or no?
No.
What values we have here? Department change flag. What values we are giving for the
Previous
particular
department. Previous department.
No. In okay, let me just press OK here. Okay, it is invalidated. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, apply and then press OK. If you go to expression, what you have here? Department change flag. Well, what values will be there in this?
Department change.
Department change flag, right? Department change flag. In department change flag, what values will come? What are the possible values here?
Department name, previous department.
Possible values are yes or no. What it will do? If this condition is true, populate it as n. If this condition is false, populate it as y. That's how it will do. So what are the possible values here for this column? N
and
or y. N is nothing but there is no change. Y is nothing but there is a change. Got it?
Yeah.
Now go to transaction control transformation. Here what we need to do, go to properties. Okay, we are writing the condition, right? So what you want me to write here? What are the possible values we can write here? N or y, because only those two values will come out of this flag, right? For example, I'm writing it as yes. So I'm saying like there is a department change. Department change is there, right?
Yeah.
Now it is true. When true, what we need to do? Do we need to continue or commit? There is a department change.
Continue.
Okay, there is a department change. So here, if you go here, till now you read document control. Now it is changed to engineering. What you will do?
We will continue.
Okay, so if you continue, what will happen? Document control will come. Engineering will go into the same file. You are not doing anything. You are just continuing with the transaction. Right? You have to commit it. Right? You have to commit it before processing the current engineering record. Right? Before processing engineering record, you have to commit whatever you read till now. Okay? So here you have to commit it. If there is no change, that means if it is false, then it will go to else condition. Else what we need to do? What we have written here? Else continue, right? For continue, what is the command that we need to use?
TC continue.
TC continue transaction. Okay, this is how your transaction control transformation will work. Now, for this, what we need to give? We have to give a target, right? We have to give a target. Okay. Now, what is the target here? So, if you target is a file. Okay. Now, what we have to do? We have to go to target designer. Is there any file with the target here? This is there. Flat file employees is there. Okay. Let's copy paste it. Okay. Let's copy paste it. Employee full name 24 target employees. Okay. Let's minimize all of this. This is Oracle April 21. Target employees. Okay, this one flat file employees. It is not happening. What is happening? Copy. Okay. Let's go to the mapping. We copied it. Then let's paste it here. If it is happening, let's paste it here. It's not happening. Okay. Let's do flat file employees is there. For this, let's go ahead and then double click on it. Okay, let's try to add it here only. Okay, so what we are doing, this is the structure of your file, right? Let's reuse the existing one, but we have to do some changes to this. So this we already import, we have created the target, right?
Yeah.
So here, what we need to do, double click on it, or what you can do, you can create and add target from here. Okay, create and add target. It will create with all the names, right? The file name, department, and everything will come. So now, if you go to target, this will come automatically. Target underscore department change will come. Drag it here. Okay, department change. You have to change the type of database to file system, right?
Yeah.
Flat file. Okay. Now go to columns. Now here, what you want, salary you want, file name, department change flag. Okay. You can remove these two because we don't want this data, right?
Yeah.
Do you want this data within the file? Not required, right? File name and department change flag. So we can remove it. Okay. Then you can apply. Now you got it why we have removed those two?
Yeah.
Because within the file, you don't want the data that is not coming from the input file. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now here, if you see, there is an F icon. You can see it here, right?
Yeah.
So what will here? Add file name column to this table. So it will add file name. This is by default. Okay. This is the inbuilt functionality of this transformation or this target, flat file target. So what it will do, you can pass it through mapping. You are calculating the file name within your mapping, right? So I've added file name here. For example, if you go to your mapping, you are calculating the file name here, right? What should be the file name here for each and every file? Department name.csv we have given, right? So we have to give that file name, right? If we are not giving it to the target, how it will come to know? It will not come to know, right?
Yeah.
So that's the reason we have created that file name port. Okay. Now add everything here till salary. Add everything till salary. Now we have added everything. Now file name, you are calculating it here. Add it to this file name. Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
Now you have to save it. Control S. Is it valid?
Yeah.
Now what you have to do, you have to go to workflow and then create a session for it. Okay. Samadha, are you getting it? Or getting confused?
Yes.
Okay. Now you will get it. Okay. No worries. Now what we have to do, you know this, creating a session and selecting the session. And what I need to select here? Transaction control transaction. Okay. Clear here? This is your session. Now what you have to do is go to mapping. Where is your table? Now you are connected to source dev 2, right?
Yeah.
Source dev 2. Okay. Now do you need to change anything? You need not to change anything. You are reading from the table. Okay. Your target. Okay. Your target is there. And if you come here, target is a file writer. Okay. You are writing it into a file. Now you want the header in the file.
Yeah.
How to change it. Okay. How to change it. Okay. Now don't change anything because file names you are sending it as part of the mapping. Okay. That should be dynamic, right? Whatever the department name is coming, it should come in that way. Here we need not to give it. Okay. Clear? Now you are clear with this, right? Source and target settings. Now go to properties. Here you have, okay. Here you have commit type will be there. Okay, commit is automatically changed to user defined. That is fine. Okay, you need not to worry then. Okay, don't worry about that. Now we have given header as output field names, right?
Yeah.
Clear? Now apply. Press OK. Okay. Control S. Is it valid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now go to monitor. Just open the monitor. Okay. Now press OK. Here what you can do is you have training. Here you have batch 2, right? In this, now I'm right clicking and starting the task. You know this, right? If you want to run this, then you have to do this. Yeah, one more thing. Let's come here. Okay, go to mapping, go to target. Here, you want to store the files inside the training folder, right? Not on the target files folder. That's the reason I'll give training. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
It's okay. Control S. Now what I need to do? I need to start the task. Now let's go ahead and check in the monitor what is happening. It is succeeded, right?
Yeah.
So how many number of records you read? Those are the number of records went into your target as well. Okay. Now, what we need to do, we have to go and validate if it is creating those 16 files for each department, right? Target files, training. Now, if you refresh it, okay, refresh, and then see here, 27, right? So all the files were created here.
Yeah.
Everything is created.
Yeah.
Yes.
Quality assurance, purchasing, production. If you open this, you have the data. This is for production, right? See here. For the production data, 180 records only came here, right? Only for production. This is another. If you go to marketing, you got the data for only marketing, right?
Yeah.
If you go to human resources, got only human resources data.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Purchasing. If you see purchasing, only purchasing data came. Now, what did you do here? You did not add those many number of targets, right?
Yeah.
Did you add around 16 targets? For example, tomorrow also, if some department name is new department is coming, it will automatically create new target for us. Okay.
Yeah.
For this, let's change department name as target score department. Change files. Okay.
Yeah.
So now it is making the life simple, right? You need not to add anything and it will automatically create those many number of targets. Like earlier, what did you do? You just added router and you added those many number of targets and you did so much setup for that, right? And tomorrow if new department is coming, again you have to come here and update this router. But with this approach, you need not to do anything. What is the purpose of this transaction control transformation? It will go and check what is the previous value and current value, and then it will commit it. Commit means it will create that file. Again, once you commit it, it will start it as a new transaction. Again, it will commit this.
Yeah.
Okay, got it?
Yeah.
So just go through this recording once again. If you have any doubts, again, we can discuss tomorrow. Okay. I know because this is very long, right? So you will get confused. You have to go through this expression transformation and see what is the difference here. Okay. Major thing what you have to identify here is you need to identify the previous department and current department. Okay. Identify previous department. Okay. Then see the check if there is a change in the department. Okay. If there is a change, then commit, else continue. Okay. So this is the one. First you are reading the data from the table, from the employee table. Then you will identify first, then what you will do, and then sort the data based on department name, right? What did you do? You have sorted the data, right? Yeah. You see here, you will sort the data, right? You have sorted the data. Then what you are doing? You are you are calculating the previous department, you are storing the previous department and then checking there is a change in the department. Okay. If there is a change in the department, then commit it, else you will continue it. So here, what you are doing, you are going and then creating one port for storing the previous department, and then here changing the, you are checking for the change in the department. There is a change, then you are making it as Y. There is no change, then you are making it as N. Along with that, you are calculating the file name as well, because you want to store it as department name. So you are giving it as department.csv. Okay.
Yes.
You are just passing that to your transaction control transformation. Here, you are writing the logic to continue with the transaction or commit with the transaction. Okay, if there is a change, commit it. There is no change, continue with it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what is the other thing that you have done? You have created the target. In that, have added the file name port. Here, if you go to this target, here you have added the file name port. What is there here? We have this F. So that is referring to the file name which you are calculating in the mapping that you can give here. So it will add that particular file name. And then you have to go to the mapping and link that particular file name to the file name that you have created within the expression transformation. Okay. Then it will go ahead and create the files with the name, same name. Okay. Tool design, everything like this. Okay. Clear? Any doubts? Okay, just go through the recording once again once it is available, so you'll get an understanding complete. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then thank you.